Hi everyone, I'm Jamie and today I'm going to be telling you about types and variables in Python. So in Python we have three main types, are integers, strings and floats. Integers are numbers without a decimal, strings are sequences of characters, and floats are numbers with a decimal. Okay, let's go into Python and let's actually try and write some code using variables and types. Let's put our shell on the left side of our screen, create a new file and put that on the right side of our screen. So first of all, we need to figure out what a variable is and how we can actually make one. So a variable is something in Python that declares what something is. So it is something that references to something else. So for example, we could have a name and inside of that name would be data. Just information for the computer to understand and recognize. So let's create some variables. We're going to create the variables my shampoo, my conditioner, and shower time. But if we go to File, Save As, and we try and run this piece of code, we didn't actually define the variable. This is a variable, we can argue, but nothing is defined within it. So we need to actually say what it is. So we need to do equals, and then we need to do our type. So we're doing string because we're doing a sequence of characters. So string, which is str, parentheses, quotation marks, and then our shampoo type. So I'm going to do rows, quotation marks, parentheses. Great. Now we need to do what our conditioner is. So string, parentheses, quotation marks, and the type that our conditioner is. So mint. Great. And now we need to define our shower time. So in this case, we're going to use the type integer. We're going to do parentheses, quotation marks, and we're going to do 1200, which is about 20 minutes in minutes. So 1200 seconds is 20 minutes around about. Okay, so let's save our script and try and run this now. See, our variables are defined but nothing really happens. So let's try and actually print our variables. See, our last lesson comes in useful now because we can actually use printing with our variables, and that's interesting. So we have to do print, which is a command or a function in Python, parentheses, and then the variable that we wish to print. So my shampoo. And then we can print my conditioner, and we can print shower time. Wonderful. So let's save this and run the script. So we can see that our shampoo is rows, our conditioner is mint, and our shower time is 1200. But if we want to take this to the next step, we can actually tell the program what each type is referenced in the print. So print, parentheses, string, parentheses, my shampoo, parentheses, parentheses. So essentially, we're printing whatever is inside of these parentheses. So we're just doing string, parentheses, my underscore shampoo, parentheses. So we're using a lot of parentheses. And then we need to reference, again, to what type my conditioner is. So it's useful to use what type you did up here, because then you don't have to reference it a third time, and you don't have to go into more complex things. So I just recommend doing this because it's useful for you to know definitely what type each variable is. So let's save this and we can run it. You can see that it produces the same result, but I just recommend doing this anyway because it just works out a lot better. Okay, so it looks a little bit weird to just print rows, min, and 1200 because you don't actually know what that is when you look at the prints. So let's add something in here to make it look a little bit better. So let's do quotation marks, my shampoo, colon, quotation marks, plus, because then we're printing my shampoo as a string, and then we're adding onto that our variable, which is our type of shampoo. Let's do this again for my conditioner, okay? And then once again for our shower time. Great, let's save this now and try running. So what we actually need to do is do comma. So let's save and run. See, now we can actually print our shower time. The reason for that is because we can't add a string to a string because that's silly. What we'd actually have to do is do string parentheses parentheses. If you remember what we did here, we did string parentheses our variable. We'd have to do a similar thing here to add it to an integer, but I find it easier just to do a comma even though you have double spaces. It's up to you, it's your personal preference. Alright, so we've gone over variables and types in Python. This lesson has now finished. If you'd like to know more, you can visit my channel and subscribe. Thank you for watching.